Today we make the canopy mold. Let's get started. Okay, it's time to apply the PVA. So this is the PVA I use. It's polyvinyl something or other. I've mixed a little bit up in a cup. I've also added about 15% water to it because I like to thin it just a little bit so that it flows nice through the gun. Alright, so let's see, just check the pressure. Give it a couple of blasts until I know it's coming through. Okay, so I'm just going to basically go around it, put a very light coat on first. Trying to get it into any of the little cracks. Right, now I'll just give it a slightly heavier coat. Okay, so I've coated it a little heavier than I normally do, and that's because I didn't shine it up as good as I normally do. So this will just give it a nicer finish, and I'll just pull the rest back into here, and I'll go clean my gun out. It's imperative, obviously, that you clean your gun after use. And I just do that with a bit of water. Okay, time to make up our tooling coat. So I need some aluminum powder, some carbon powder, and some resin. So you never know how much resin you need, so I have a tendency to make sure that I make a little bit more than I need. The reason being is you never know how much you need with this stuff. Now it's only a little piece, but I'm going to try and get it on thick. First, I'm going to put some gloves on. I do not like epoxy all over my hands. I've seen so many guys who lay up planes and they don't wear gloves. And you got epoxy all over the damn hands. And epoxy will accumulate on your skin. I forget what they call it, but it actually accumulates until it causes problems. Now, I've had that happen with my forearms. My forearms are always getting epoxy on them when I'm sticking it up the plane's ass. I guess what I should do is get those vet things what come all the way up. So I've been getting like these little marks. I don't know what you call them, but not pleasant. So anyhow, I'm just mixing up my epoxy. I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of cotton flock, which will just be like a binder. It's like that fiberglass mesh you have in your concrete driveways. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of aluminum powder, and it's usually about 20% aluminum powder, 25%. 10-12% cotton flock, and then we shall add some carbon. Let's see, where's my spoon? Well, I can't find my damn spoon, so we'll use this. And I'll just add some carbon powder, and that's really just to blacken it up and make the mold a little slippier. Helps with part separation. So I've just mixed it up, and it's pretty much kind of not watery, but it's it's still pretty thin. So now we have to start adding some Carbasol, or you can use baking soda if you're only doing a small one of these. But if you're making molds all the time, it would behoove you to get some Carbasol. And it's I think it's glass mesh. I don't think it's fiberglass. I think it's like crushed glass or something. I'm really not sure, to be honest. But anyhow, I'm going to mix this up to about like a heavy mayonnaise, or for you Brits, salad dressing. There we go. That should be good. Because I want to be able to coat it, but not have it running. So a really good mix of this, because it's kind of like when you're baking, you want to make sure your flour's mixed into your cookie mix, so you don't get bits of flour. Well, same thing with this stuff. So it's going to come out like a bit. You see how it's kind of stiff? It's staying on my stir stick, and it's still smooth enough to spread. So in case I forgot, today we're making the mold. So here's our part now. We have the part. It's been PVA'd, as you saw in the previous little bit of video, which I forgot to plug my mic in, so I have to do a voiceover on that. And it should be ready to go now. I believe so. Let's get rid of that. Now, I've trimmed my utility brush back, and I'm picking out any loose bristles. And now we shall just proceed to wet the brush up real good and basically paint it on. Nothing fancy. Gonna make sure we get into all the corners. Spread it out good. And I'm pretty much just going in one direction to begin with. This thing is so light, it's just moving on me all the time. Now, when you're doing the tool coat like this, the Carbasol, look for any lumps and brush bristles that might come off, because this stuff's fairly thick, so it can pull the bristles out. And not that it would really matter, but it's just good practice to get rid of the bristles if they get on your tool coat. I've had some which just wouldn't come out, and I didn't have a problem. It all sort of settles in. So I'm now going, I'm judging at how much I've got left, so I'm liberally starting to add a bit more. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I believe I started this at 8 o'clock, where I did this morning. It's taken a long time to cure up, so now it's at the point where I can touch it It's slightly sticky, but it's not coming off on my fingers. So we're ready to go. So I'm just, gosh, I think, well. So I'm just going to get some resin on. God, this ain't going good. It's moving on me. Yeah. And this will allow me to get my 3/4 ounce cloth in all these little corners. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just going to get it on. I'm going to go and try and do this mold in record time. I'm just going to come along. Get these things done. So this is the 3/4 ounce cloth. And the reason I use this, as I've said in the past, but I'll say it again, it's to go around all the Sharpie bits. And that will hopefully avoid getting any voids, which are pretty much bubbles, gaps, that kind of thing. Just going to give it a coating. I'm just slapping this stuff on. As long as you get it in without any ripples in it, you're good to go. So I overlap as I do this. My brush is quite wetted out. And blend it around the corners. And so on and so forth. So I'll continue with this and then we'll get back. Alright, so I'm on the second layer now, which is the 2 ounce. And I'm just coming across with little bits. A lot of people will try and do it all in, a big sheet. You just, I don't know, pretty much have problems with that. So I like to use little bits to get going with. And then I can go to slightly larger pieces. So I'm just basically wrapping it down and across the parting plane here, which is this lip. And I started off with 3/4 ounce. I have no idea what it is in metric, but I'm putting the 2 ounce cloth on right now. Or it could be 3 ounce. I'm not sure. I'm using some scrap from my bin. It feels like 2 ounce, but again, it could be 3. And that's no big deal. Okay, I'm now putting the 6 ounce on. I've gone around the perimeter with a little stretch like this just to thicken up the parting plane. So it's got some stiffness to it. This mold, I'm going to do 4 layers of 6 ounce, along with the layer and a half of the 2 ounce plus one of the 3/4. It's not going to be a heavy mold, but it'll make it a semi-flexible mold, I should say, so that I can twist it and break the canopy out. So I'm not going to go with a big heavy duty one. So I'm just going to continue now with the 4 layers and then we'll look at the end result. So this is done. I'm going to come back in about 5 hours when it's beginning to be green. So it's still flexible, but it's dry to the touch. And then what I'll do is I'll check around all the tight spots, especially these corners here, these angles. And if I see anything which is white, then I'm able to push it down. If it's stubborn and it keeps coming up, which sometimes it does, then what you can do is use a food wrap, the cellophane, put it over, put magnets on it. And tomorrow when it would be cured, the cellophane just tears off, easy peasy, and the part will be stuck in place. All right, let's try and get this bugger out. I've expanded the edges a little bit just to loosen her up a bit. And let's see. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Oh, the plug's still in one piece, so that could always be used for vacuum forming. And oh, okay, it's stuck a bit here. That way you can see it. See where the primer's come off? So that means the primer came off there. Okay. So anyhow, it looks pretty good. So next we'll trim around the edges. I've got a little tool for that, vibrator tool, and then we can lay one up on Monday. It's Saturday right now. Yeah, it came out good by the look of it. Just needs cleaning up, get all the mold release off. The plug is for a deep mold like this is in exceptional condition. A little bit of a skunk up here, but other than that, pretty good. So anyhow, good to know. Let that cure for another couple of days, and then we'll get it trimmed up, waxed, and lay a couple of the canopies up. One for me, one for Brad. So thanks for watching.